Hey you guys, DangerousThing here. Welcome back to another episode of Boom Beach, and today we're going to be looking at how I conquered stages 18 through 20 of the Mega Crab. Now, of course, we all know that Mega Crab is about to come to an end. Possibly, if you are a few time zones ahead of me, it probably already has come to an end. So let me know in comments below how often you want the event to appear, and of course, let me know what troops you have used on stages 18 through 20, because, you know, I just kind of was a little bit all over the place, as you will see in this video. I was using like Zookas and Heavies and Grenadiers, maybe some tanks, maybe some medics, kind of all over the place. But, why should I be telling you if you can see for yourself? So don't go anywhere. We're about to begin. Okay, you guys, so let's go in and see what has happened on stages 18 through 20. And let's go ahead and make this really super quick because, you just want to keep on moving and keep on grooving. Okay, so first things first, I started off with Zookas and a boat of medics. And I don't know that was the best thing to do, but at the time it felt right. And basically the goal here was to clear up the defenses up front, and then I really wanted to take that RL on the left-hand side, but as you can see, that didn't quite happen. So I went back home, I retrained my troops, and I came back with tanks, a Scorcher, and of course a medic. Now, I always do that, and then I realized that the Scorcher always drags the medics into the fire pits, and so I kind of, regretted it later on because I probably should have done either all tanks and medics or tanks and Scorchers and no medics, because as you can see, Scorchers right here dragged in the medics into the fire pits, and basically it was over for me from there. Then I went ahead and reflared my tanks right over here so they could take care of the shield generator, and they actually did a really good job taking out that rocket launcher, but all the rest of the rocket launchers and of course the cannons that were close by blasted the heck out of my tanks, and that's when it was over. So I retrained again, and I thought, you know what, I think I can finish with that combo, but boy was I wrong, because as you can see right over here, I was trying to take out the boom cannon by the HQ around the corner, and I did, and then I flared my troops up to the HQ, and I was telling you a second ago that I know I shouldn't be using tanks and medics and Scorchers, because Scorchers, drag themselves into the fire pits because they always want to be first, always want to be ahead of times. Now, right over here, basically Scorcher was gone, both Scorchers were gone, and of course my medics got zapped as well. So I was left with just a few tanks, and from there on, basically rocket launchers, rocket launchers versus tank situations. And of course, tanks are a little bit slower. It takes them a while to reload and recharge. So I used the remaining of my GBE to heal up the tanks, but that didn't help me. It did, however, help me to bring down the shield around the home quarters of the Mega Crab. So I finished it off, of course, with my favorite combo of Zooka and Heavies. So by now we've seen Zookas and medics, Zookas and Heavies, Scorchers and tanks and medics, or skanks and medics, and let's see what else I have in store for you. So Zookas did a really great job finishing off the stage, and basically I jumped into stage 19. Stage 19 took me 5 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So I'm gonna go through it really super quickly because of the way that the stage was laid out here. I only had a single point of entry. We all did, and so I basically needed to make a decision. What do I take out first? What do I take out second? And I didn't actually go in with my boats fully loaded, so I ended up having to do, once again, 5 attacks. So I retrained and I got back, and I basically tried to clear up a few more defenses up front. I ended up shocking the cluster with rocket launcher and the shock launcher, and then I thought that I was going to get a little bit further through this, but I really wasn't able to. But however, I was at least able to take out the boom cannon and put a dent into the rocket launcher. Now on third attack, I came back once again with Zookas and Heavies, and I did what I needed to do and clear out, of course, the rocket launcher, and then I descended my troops. I shocked the shock launcher with the cluster of boom cannons, and from there on, my Zookas and Heavies were able to get closer to the HQ. Now, it is 3 attacks. It took me so I could get to this point at all. And I went ahead and totally forgot about opening up these critter boxes right over here. because it could have been a huge help, but let's save it for later. And as you can see, this stage is turned out to be nothing but Zuka's and Heavy's stage. So let's see what I did here. I opened up the crate, and basically, you know, the hope was here that the crate will take out Rocket Launcher, and it did, as you see right over here. And then, of course, the lovely little critters helped me to take out one of the shield generators, and they got blasted out with boom cannons and weren't able to help me to take down the second shield generator. So I finished the stage off once again with Zuka's and Heavy's, and let's watch how that went down. Now basically from there on, the hope is that I'm going to take out the cannon, and I'm going to be able to put my troops kind of right in a corner over here and continue to shock the rocket launcher cluster. And so that's exactly what I do. I put my troops right over here. I continue to use my GBE to shock the rocket launcher cluster, and just like that, I was able to take down stage 19 with 0 casualties this time. 20 Heavies, 40 Zukas landed, and all of them came back home with me successfully. But by successfully, I mean they rolled over into stage 20, which, look at this monstrosity. At this point, it's starting to look a little bit like an episode of a task force, except in a task force you have, like, you know, 20 other dudes playing with you, so you're not hanging there all by yourself. So this was my first stab at stage 20, and basically, you know, you see that I didn't get a hole too far. So now I went back home and retrained my troops, and let's see what I'm coming in with. You got it, I'm coming in with Grenadiers. So I'm boosting my GBE statue. I have 1 hour and 57 minutes left, and I'm gonna go ahead and boost my troop damage because, of course, you know, let's see, actually, I'm currently upgrading my Grenadiers level 3. The damage is only 138, so that's not a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and boost it. I have a ton of power powders, and I'm gonna go ahead and spend it because why not? So let's jump into stage 20 of the Mega Crab. Okay, now I gotta be careful. There is a shock blaster over here. Of course, there are rocket launchers and a shock launcher over here. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm gonna put my Grenadiers right over here, and I'm gonna use the GBE to shock the shock blaster once I get to the point where, you know, we're going to be affected by the shock blaster. So let's go ahead and heal these guys up. I actually didn't think it was going to be this brutal so fast. So let's go ahead and all right, use the GBE to shock the shock blaster, and I'm going to shock the laser, even though the laser beam wasn't all so bad, but I feel like I should probably do it anyway. So let's use my GBE over here to continue to send some hello notes to the shock blaster, and hopefully with this one, yep, I was able to take it out. And let's hope that we will be able to take out this laser beam over here. I really am not a huge fan. You need to go, buddy. You need to go ASAP. Come on, you guys. Let's do this. Let's do this. And let's do this once again. Come on. Fix up your aim, you drunken Grenadiers, as Ben Tim would say. All right, I'm going to use a med kit over here to extend the lifespan of my 4 remaining Grenadiers and my 4 remaining medics. And it doesn't look like it's going to last much longer, but look at that. We're actually on our way to take out one of the shield generators. We were so close. Look at that. But okay, so I got no one left, so let's evacuate our medics because there is no reason for us to sacrifice their lives when there are no Grenadiers to defend. So that was a pretty good stab. Let's take a quick look at it and see where we stand. We have 5 more attacks, and I hope that I will be able to actually finish the stage off with 5 attacks. So now we have a few. There is a cannon over here. There is a doom cannon with, oh my god, almost 2,000 in damage. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and train up some wow, okay, I'm gonna train up some Zukas and Heavies, and I'm gonna try to clear out this corner over here so I can keep moving towards this location. Or I could also do tanks and medics and just use all my GBE to shock the doom cannon. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and think about it for a second. I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, you guys, so basically what I did is I went back and I retrained exact same troop combo and I jumped into another attack. Now, let me tell you this, it took me 7 attacks to get through stage 21 of the Mega Crab. Now, that is absolutely insane, but just think about it. The base that you're looking at, like I said, typically is the base that you would conquer, or attack with your task force, because like there's so much going on here. So, typically like you put the base notes up, and you go in with the team, and here I'm all by myself with my tiny little troops, and of course none of my troops are maxed out, so that's why it took me so many attacks to get through stage 7 of the Mega Crab event. So right over here I'm basically on my last draw with my tanks and a few medics that are left behind to keep them healthy, and of course the shock blaster that's sitting right over here, this booger shock blaster, is gonna finish my tanks off, and I evacuated my medics because why have to retrain the whole entire boat of medics if I can evacuate them. So let's go ahead and take a look at how I finished the Mega Crab event stage 20, and basically what I did is I retrained the troops, I changed the combo, I got some heavies, some Zookas, and of course I left off the medics. So I went ahead and flared them to the safe corner. Now let's not forget that there's still the shock blaster over there, so I'm gonna go ahead and shock it. My medics are trying to patch up and heal the heavies that are, taking on a whole bunch of heat from basically, all of the defenses. We break down the shield, and Zookas are just pounding at the Mega Crab core, and we bring it down. So just like that, after 7 attacks, I was able to take down Mega Crab stage 20. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to jump into a few more attacks because I only have 21 hours and 25 minutes left of Mega Crab, and I am insanely sad because I wish I had another week. So check in a few hours because I'm gonna post another video, and a few of you have asked me for a video on T-Meds, so I'm gonna go ahead and cook something up for you. That's awesome, and I'll see you guys soon. Until then, DT is out.